Today I'm going to be making a cranberry almond pie. This is from Food Network magazine. This is I think it's the November, it's the November 2022 issue, and they're gearing up for Thanksgiving, and so they have a lot of recipes for pies in here, and as you can see by my little tabs, I have several selected. So this is the first one I'm trying, the cranberry almond pie. Now, I did not realize that you were making your own pie crust. So I bought Pillsbury pie crust, and you get 2 in here. So if you make the mistake that I made, don't worry about it. You don't have to make your own pie crust. They sell these in the frozen department for a reason. It's quicker. So this Pillsbury one, I'll tell you what I had to do to it. I had to heat my oven to 400. I let the crust thaw for 10 to 20 minutes just out on the counter. About 10 minutes is what I did mine for. And then I put the crust in. I let it bake for 13 minutes. And then right now it's cooling. You also have to poke holes in it. Right here it is. And I had to poke holes in the bottom and on the sides with a fork. And so I'm allowing that to cool right now. But you can tell it's not that hot because I'm picking it up with my fingers. So anyway, we are eliminating literally half of the directions because we're not making our own pie crust, which is a good thing for me. So for the filling, you need 4 cups of cranberries, thawed and blotted dry if frozen. So we did not buy frozen, we bought fresh cranberries, and then you want to half them. So they've been cleaned and halved. Then you need half a cup of finely chopped sliced almonds. So these were almond slices, but then we put them in a chopper because you want them finely chopped. You need 3/4 cup of light brown sugar. Sorry, I'm jumping around on Kevin. A half teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and I left it out just so you can see the brand I bought. This is the Kroger brand. Then you need an 1/8 teaspoon of allspice, and it literally says allspice if you've never bought it. You need a pinch of salt, so I'll just get that out of there. You need 1 large egg, 1/4 cup granulated sugar, a half cup of all-purpose flour, 6 tablespoons unsalted butter, melted and cooled. That's what this is. And then you need half a teaspoon of pure almond extract, which I use the Kroger brand, and it's in there. You just can't see it. So the first thing we're going to do, since our crust is already made, is we're going to the cranberries, we're going to add, you're going to combine the cranberries and the almonds, brown sugar, cinnamon, and allspice, and your pinch of salt, which I'm just gonna sprinkle some salt. I know that's not technically what they wanted, but that's what I did. And then you're going to mix this together, and then this is what's gonna go in your pie crust. You want to just leave your pie crust, set that aside, and then come over here to your mixer, and you're going to beat your egg for about 5 minutes. Okay, I want to tell you a mistake that I made, because I'm just going to own up to it right here.
We're going to blame the cookbook.
I'm going to blame the magazine. When it tells you how much brown sugar you need, it says 3/4 cup packed light brown sugar. It does not say divided. It should have said divided, because you're only using a half of the cup for this pie mixture right here, and then you're supposed to reserve 1/4 of the cup for this part. Well, I didn't do that, so mine's just gonna be extra sweet. Guess what? I don't care, I don't mind. So I got me another 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and I'm gonna add that to my egg, my granulated sugar, my everything left, the butter, the flour, and the almond extract. scraped this down once just to make sure that all my flour and all that got mixed in really well. But it's supposed to look like a cake batter. Yeah, and it does look like a cake batter. So it looks exactly like it should. Okay, so now you want to take, it says take spoonfuls and dollop it on the top of the pie, and you want to leave gaps because if you noticed in that picture in the magazine, you could see the color of the cranberries poking out, and it looks really good. And so I'll be curious if mine looks anything like that in the end, because this is a lot. It seems like this would cover the whole pie. I mean, I think it would if you wanted it to. But I'm gonna try to use everything in this bowl. Okay, so I'm gonna leave mine like this. They didn't say to put it on a cookie sheet, but I put mine on a cookie sheet because I'm always worried about it running over. But you're supposed to bake this at 350 for 50 to 55 minutes. I'm gonna set my timer for 50 minutes, but then once it comes out, I'll let you know the total cooking time. The pie was in for exactly 50 minutes. I think it looks good, so I'm not gonna leave it in any longer. I am glad I put it on a cookie sheet because you can see that some dropped there off the side of the pie. So I am glad that I had the cookie sheet there to catch it. But now you want to just let it sit and cool completely. The pie has cooled and I'm very excited to try it. All I did was move it off of the cookie sheet onto a plate. So I want to make sure I cut through that bottom crust. It sounds nice.
Mm-hmm. I see a good goopy center.
Okay.
Which could be a good or bad thing.
I know. Oh no, it's very pretty.
Looks like a cherry pie.
It looks like cherry, yes. Cranberries, but yeah, it does look like it'd be cherry. So I don't think I showed the cranberries in the very beginning. These are the cranberries that I bought. They're Ocean Spray brand, and it is a huge bag. So you see how much...
They had smaller ones, but they were going to be more expensive to buy 2 small ones than 1 big one.
Right, because we were going to need 2 small ones. Yeah, this, I can't, oh, here it is. It is a 2-pound bag. So I'll be trying to find something else to do with these cranberries. But Kevin and I have never, ever, ever in our lives bought cranberries like this. And so...
They were fresh in the produce.
Yeah, they're in the produce section. We didn't know, like, what if you're supposed to just, like, do you boil them? Do you cook them? What do you do with them? But you're supposed to rinse them off. It says on the back, you rinse them off. And then, you know, Kevin cut all the cranberries in half and then we put them in the pie. So hopefully everything's okay. Are you trying to see where they're from?
Mass.
In my...
But that's just where the company's at. That doesn't mean...
What does it say? Ocean Spray is in Massachusetts. Okay, well, my magazine says that Wisconsin is where you get most cranberries.
And the cranberries themselves could have come from...
They could have. It says anytime you eat cranberries, chances are they're from Wisconsin. The state produces 60% of our national supply. Naturally, the cranberry is the state's official fruit and the star of this tangy, sweet treat. So it says frozen cranberries can retain a lot of liquid, which might make your pie soggy. If you use frozen cranberries, be sure to thaw them and blot them dry thoroughly before using. See, we didn't have to worry about that. We did rinse these off.
And I made sure I dried them.
Yeah. So let's see.
Kind of hard to scoop.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I really like
It
that.
definitely softened up. Well, that's a tart pie though.
Now you have to remember, I did use an additional
Fourth
fourth of a cup of brown sugar in mine. It didn't hurt it.
No, it actually, I can't imagine it without it because these are very tart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like
Oh, I love it.
tart.
I think it's delicious.
It's good. It's a little tart for me.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. I don't think it's too tart at all.
I like the topping.
Mm-hmm. And the crust.
And the crust is really good. The Pillsbury crust was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I do like them. The texture of them, it softened them up because we were worried that, you know, we'd never cooked with them before,
Yeah.
so we didn't know were they going to soften up. They did soften up some. There's still some crunchiness there though, or a firmness.
Yeah.
It's not quite as
They're not
squishy as like
mushy.
no, they're not as smushy as a cherry pie.
No.
No, cherry pie is really soft. These are not quite like that. And I keep getting these little pieces that are throwing me off. It's the almonds.
Yes.
I'm getting
So-
a little, not crunchy necessarily, but just like a little tougher pieces.
Yes, because we took those sliced almonds and then put them in a chopper and chopped them up. So you do get the firm pieces of
I
almond.
think I like the texture better without the almonds.
Really? Oh,
The
I
actual
love it.
physical almond. Now I like the flavor of the almond extract and stuff,
Uh-huh.
but I don't necessarily like that little weird, like nutty, chewy firmness. I don't know. No, it's good. I do like it.
I like it all.
It's a little
I-
tart for me, but it's good.
Now, you can make your own crust, of course, but
They had a recipe for the crust.
yeah, half of the instructions were to make the crust, and we eliminated that. So, that considered, this was a pretty quick pie to make. If you wanted to make this for Thanksgiving and buy a frozen pie crust, nobody's ever gonna know. And this would be perfect for Thanksgiving or any time, but this time of year is, you know, when cranberries are known to be around the most. But I really like it and would totally make it again.
If you
I
don't
noticed you ate all your crust. You're like a little kid with green
Right at
beans.
the back. Now, I didn't let the bottom crust is still there. I just eat the back.
I was gonna say.
Because that's the best part of any crust is the back. No, it's good. It's like I said, it's a little tart for me. It's maybe I'm just more sensitive to it, but it's very, 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 very tart.
So you could have done with, like, instead of an extra fourth a cup, you could have done with even more
You could have
brown
dumped sugar on it to where it had a layer of it on there. I still don't think it would make any difference with the tartness.
Right. Well, I think it's delicious.
good.
If
It's
you like
decent.
cranberries already, this is an easy one to make.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about the flavor. It's very, very good. It's just
Yeah.
for me personally, it's just a tart pie.
Right. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.